softball field for tonight's second region, second semifinal game. The earlier winner tonight was Christian County defeating Madisonville 6-4. Christian County advancing to the final that will be played tomorrow at 1 o'clock. The opponents in the second game tonight, Caldwell County, and will be against Crittenden County. Weather's decent, although it could rain anytime. It looks like on a moment's notice, but hopefully we can get in.
Yeah, Bob, nice feel out here tonight. There were some storms up to our north. They were heading this way. It looks like they were dissipating a little bit as they were heading down out of southern Indiana toward the Madisonville area down the Pennyroyal Parkway. But hopefully we'll hold off and we'll get a great softball game in. What a great game previously, as congratulations to the Christian County Lady Colonels as they have defeated the Madisonville Maroons. A new state champion this year will be crowned.
Yes, Madisonville, the defending state champion, will not be able to advance to the state tournament to defend their state championship. Caldwell County met Crittenden County earlier this year on April 10th. It was the All-A semifinal game. Caldwell County winning that game 8-0. But in that game, Crittenden County's #1 pitcher, Chandler Moss, did not play due to an injury. But she's in the circle tonight for Crittenden County, and also the pitcher for the Lady Tigers will be Katie Franklin, as it has been most of the season. Katie in the circle tonight for the Lady Tigers. Meeting is over with and on plate with the respective coaches, players. And now the introduction of players, and first for the Lady Rockets from Crittenden County, batting first and playing short will be Ashlyn Hicks. Batting second, playing second base, will it be Jada Hayes. Hitting third and playing right field, Matea Long. Batting cleanup, catcher Ellie Smith. And hitting fifth, playing third base, Caitlin Hicks. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Emmy Smith. Doing the pitching tonight. And batting seventh, Chandler Moss. Hitting eighth and playing center field, Callie Champion. And batting ninth and playing first base, Brandy Book. Those are the starters for your Lady Rockets. And the rest of the Lady Rockets are out standing on the third base line now for the introduction of the Lady Tigers from Caldwell County. Batting first and playing right field, or left field tonight, will be Emma Staples. Batting second and pitching will be Katie Franklin. Batting third and doing the catching will be Mashi Glover. Batting cleanup, playing right field, Maddie Schultz. Hitting fifth and playing second base, Allie Felker. Batting sixth and playing first base, Jamie Burke. Hitting seventh and playing shortstop tonight, Peyton Young. Hitting eighth and playing center field tonight for the Lady Tigers, Carly Renison. And batting ninth and playing third base, Haley Stiles. Those are your Lady Tiger starters for tonight.
At this time, we ask that you please stand as we honor all those who have given their sacrifice and continue to put their lives on the line for us to be here today with the playing of our national anthem.
anthem being played prior to the start of this game. Caldwell County in the field first. Crittenden County will be coming to bat here.
And Bob, I just want to tell the listening audience we're probably going to have to bail on the live stream. Just can't get a signal tonight.
Okay.
We are recording it, however, and we will try to get it uploaded as soon as we can, but I just cannot get any kind of signal to but we're getting a little bit now. It's going to be hit or miss tonight, but we'll give it a try here anyway.
Well, it's one of those situations where we knew the other night that, and from visits over here in the past, this is a unique area of the park complex or the high school complex where you can't get signals. You can get them pretty well in the football stadium and the baseball field, but different story in this ballpark, and I know the soccer field is right next door, and I've heard stories about the signal not being good there.
Yeah, we dropped our call too, so hang on.
And the Katie has completed her warm-ups, the toss down to second base, and
it dropped our call.
And we're back here, a little technical difficulty there. First batter for Crittenden County on the first pitch from Katie Franklin. She was hit by the ball, so she is at first base. And hitting second for the Lady Rockets, Jada Hayes. First pitch into her is fouled up out of play over our heads here for strike one. And so Ty got us back on, probably as that goes down in the Hall of Fame. Ty is getting us back on quickly. Next pitch in from KD is a called strike two. No balls, 2 strikes to count to Jada Hayes, the Lady Rocket runner at first. The next pitch is fouled out of play down to the left side. Now remains no balls and 2 strikes. First inning here at Hopkins Central, big town of Morton's Gap, Kentucky. Franklin in the circle. The pitch is popped into center field, and it cannot make a play out there. And Crittenden County will have a runner at third base, and she's attempting to score and will score on the overthrow from the outfield. And we'll call that as a double diving catch out there, or diving attempt out there by Carly Renison. Just could not run it down, and her dive was hit off her glove.
Good effort. But,
yeah, great effort.
I mean, she had to go a long way over there to get that ball. But
Crittenden with a runner at third base. Strike one on the first pitch in from Katie Franklin to Mattia Long. Lady Rockets up 1-0 with a runner in scoring position at third base. The next pitch in is low in the dirt. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. And we'll charge somebody with an error on that overthrow to third base. And I'm not sure whether it was the left fielder that picked it up and threw it. We're blocked here. We're behind the plate. Next pitch in is swung on and missed for strike 2. And when the umpire moves in front of you, it kind of blocks.
He's a rotund gentleman.
Yes.
To say the least.
And the next pitch in, swung on and missed. High, but goes down swinging is Mattia Long for the first out here in the top of the first for the Lady Rockets. Hitting is the cleanup hitter, Ellie Smith. Katie in the circle, now on the rubber. And we got time called by the home plate umpire. Katie to the plate. Foul back here in front of us for strike 1. On deck would be the third baseman, Caitlin Hicks. Crittenden up in this game early, 1-0. And the 0-1 pitch is fouled out of play to our right for strike 2. Katie looking sharp and crisp.
She is. She's looking very determined, and the ball, I mean, it's snapping the mitt tonight, Bob.
It's got some smoke on it. And the count 0-2. The next pitch in is swung on and missed for strike 3.
You know, we talk about it from time to time, you know, and especially in these games, you know, you get somebody on base, you get an overthrow and an error, and it comes back to haunt you.
Yeah.
You know, early in the game, one run is not going to kill you, but that run might need something later on.
But those errors do hurt you.
They do.
And the first pitch in to Hicks is fouled down the first base line and gets out of play for strike 1. Lady Tigers with 1 error in the first inning allowed that run to score.
And you got another runner, what's that, 60 feet away in softball?
I'm not sure what the distance
something like that.
Pretty close.
Yeah. So
the count to Hicks is 0-1. The next pitch is outside for ball 1.
You know,
not even sit 1-1.
As well as Katie's pitching here, you don't want to make a mistake and let that run score here.
Hold up to 1.
Yes.
And let us see what we can do. The 1-1 pitch on the way is outside again for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike to count. The runner at third base is Jada Hayes. Katie Franklin on the rubber to the plate. Fly ball to left field. The left fielder coming in.
There it is.
And has it. And that's the third out here for the Lady Rockets. But in the first inning, they get 1 run on 1 hit. They leave 1 Lady Rocket on base. And at the end of 1/2 inning of play, it's Crittenden County 1, Caldwell County coming to bat.
Marion is the best place to experience delicious, authentic Mexican cuisine with an extensive menu that has something for everyone. Choose from local favorites like fajitas, chimichangas, burritos, and Maria's favorite with rice, grilled onions, and peppers, chicken, shrimp, steak, or a combination topped with La Potosina's mouth-watering cheese sauce. That's La Potosina with 2 locations to serve you in Princeton and Marion. La Potosina Mexican restaurant.
And welcome back here to Hopkins Central, the Lady Storm softball field. Maul's taking her warm-ups right now. And leading off for the Lady Tigers will be Emma Staples, followed by Katie Franklin, Masha Glover, and hitting fourth would be Maddie Schote.
And we are sticking with the stream. I did a little maneuver with my hot spot, so we're in and out, but not horrible. So we're going to stick with it here. So hope you're enjoying it as we do the radio as well.
And we do appreciate our listeners that are tuning in, listening to us.
And if we do drop it, you know, we are recording it, and we will try to upload it in its entirety. Thanks to our blue sponsors, Bella Marie, Black Patch Grill, Computer Consulting Services, Pennyroyal District Health Department, and Treasures Remembered Florist, Bob, just some of our sponsors tonight.
And we do appreciate our sponsors. It makes it possible for us to be here and do these games, which we really love doing. And stepping into the batter's box for the Lady Tigers, Emma Staples. Emma was responsible for the only run the other night against Webster with a leadoff triple and scoring on a wild pitch 3 or 4 pitches later. First pitch from her to her is low for ball 1 from Chandler Moss. Moss looking down at her wristband where the sign swung on and bounding ball to the shortstop over to first base in time for the out. They go 6-3 for the first out here for the Lady Tigers in the bottom half of the first inning. Stepping into the box, the pitcher, Katie Franklin. Franklin getting some dirt on her hands, now stepping into the box. Moss winds, the first pitch is low for ball 1. On deck will be Masha Glover. Moss looking down at her wristband now to the plate. The pitch is high for ball 2. 2 balls and no strikes to count to Katie Franklin.
Katie being nice and patient at the plate.
Yes. Moss now, her next pitch in is looped over the second baseman's head. Is going to get down into right field for a base hit. Katie Franklin at first base via the single.
The catcher, number 1, Glover.
And stepping into the box is Mashi Glover. Mashi, our power hitting catcher for the Lady Tigers. Katie Franklin, the runner at first. Moss on the rubber to the plate, is in there for a call.
That's a nice
one.
pitch.
Yes.
Kind of floated up there, took a little off of it.
I want to call him before the umpire goes for this 3-4 second delay. No balls, 1 strike. The next pitch is outside for ball 1.
She's working Mashi outside. Let's see if she'll make a mistake or hang one out there over the plate that Mashi can handle.
1-1 count. The next pitch on the way is low for ball 2. And on deck is Maddie Schote for the Lady Tigers. Moss looking down at her wristband. Glover out tying her shoelace. Now we're back to play. The next pitch on the way is swung on and fouled down the first base line for strike 2. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes to Mashi Glover. Franklin at first base. 1 out here for the Lady Tigers. 2-2 pitch on the way is outside for ball 3. You see that ball breaking a little bit outside.
Yeah, and she's definitely trying to work that side of the plate.
She's definitely working her away, for sure.
And that's probably a good move for her.
Full count now. The 3-2 pitch on the way is low for ball 4.
That was a good look there for Mashi. Patient, took those pitches.
Extremely patient. Extremely patient. Now, you love to see that early in the game as well.
Yes.
And runners at first and second, a mild threat here for the Lady Tigers. And into the box is the cleanup hitter, the right fielder, Maddie Schote. Moss's first pitch is low for ball 1. And Moss back in the circle on the rubber. The 1-0 pitch on the way is to the third baseman, or to the pitcher, back over to third base for the out. Play goes 1-5 for the second out. And Maddie Schote reaches on a fielder's choice. Into the box is Allie Felker, the second baseman, hitting 5th tonight. Runners at first and second. The first pitch to Allie is low into the dirt for ball 1. If Allie was to reach, the next hitter would be Jamie Burke for the Lady Tigers. The 1-0 pitch for Moss is the ground ball that's fouled down the third base line, fielded by the third baseman. The count now evens at 1-1.
Allie has showed a little snap and pop in that bat throughout the season.
Yes. 1-1 count to Allie. Moss to the plate is looped foul down the first base line. Diving effort by the first baseman in vain. Allie finds herself down now 1 ball and 2 strikes in the count. 2 outs here, 2 runners on base for the Lady Tigers. Moss to the plate, swung on and missed for strike 3. And for the Lady Tigers here in the first inning, no runs on 1 hit. They leave 2 ladies on base, and at the end of 1 complete inning of play, Crittenden County 1, Caldwell County 0.
At first glance, you may see service your vehicle. Incorporated also wants to buy your vehicle. You heard right. Stop by for a fast and free appraisal, a clean title and handling with a check. Payments on your vehicle? That's no problem either. We can guide you in that process also. Contact a salesperson today at 270-365-5522 or stop in Tri-Cities Incorporated today, 111 Highway 91 North in Princeton.
And we're back here at Lady Storm Field in Morton's Gap, Kentucky, and leading off the second inning for Crittenden County will be the left fielder, Emmy Smith, followed by Chandler Moss, Cali champion.
Top of the second for the Lady Rockets. The left fielder, number 34, Emmy Smith.
And Emmy now steps into the box. And Franklin on the rubber, and her pitch to the plate. Swung on and missed for strike one. Katie with 2 strikeouts in the first inning. No walks, but the crucial mistake was hitting the first batter of the game, who eventually scored. The next pitch in is in there for a call, strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes to count to Emmy Smith. Leading off the second inning here for the Crittenden County Rockets. The next pitch is outside for ball 1. One ball, 2 strikes to count. And Franklin winds in the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3, swinging at ball 3.
Franklin looks crisp and sharp early on here, Bob.
Now back to Lady Rockets, pitcher number 24.
If she continues like this and we can tap some runs on, well, I really like the way the Lady Tigers are really started this game.
You almost think that Crittenden County is predetermined to swing because that ball was 4 or 5 inches high.
Yes.
And obviously was swung at and missed. Chandler Moss swinging and missing on her first pitch to her. He looks, from where we sit, really looking sharp. Now she's back on the rubber. And the next pitch in, swung on and missed for strike 2, tied her up inside. And the next from Katie is low, scooped up by Moshi. Count now to Chandler Moss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the top of the second. Franklin on the rubber and to the plate. Swung on and missed for strike 3.
Two in a row there, Bob.
And 2 strikeouts in the first inning, 2 here in the second.
I like that little pitch that she'll take a little off there, and she'll wow them with some speed, and she'll just kind of take a little off that, and has been very successful.
She definitely has them guessing. And Cali champion at the plate. The first pitch to her is bounded foul down the first base line. Fielded by Jamie Berg, but just foul.
Taking a look at the radar, there's a little shower up to the north of us. You can kind of see the cloud out in the left field line there, but
if it stays like this, it looks like this, we'll play a lot of time tonight.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it doesn't appear it's going to be a threat to us tonight.
And the next pitch in is fouled out of play here to the right. Count now to Cali champion is no balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs here for the Lady Rockets in the top of the second. Kind of not a sharp contrast in uniforms here tonight. And the next pitch in is a call, strike 3.
Striking out of the side is not too bad, is it?
No, that's not too shabby. So for the Lady Rockets here at the top of the second, no runs on no hits and nobody left on base at the end of 1 1/2 innings of play. It's Crittenden County 1, Caldwell County 0.
Located at
08 North Jefferson Street is locally owned and operated with a strong, sincere focus on customer service. Planters Bank has a diverse team of seasoned professionals in Western Kentucky and Clarksville, Tennessee. Since first opening their doors, Planters Bank has made a name for itself as an energetic player in the financial services market. Stop by and talk to the friendly folks at Planters and find out about the You Choose Rewards program. Planters Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
And welcome back to Hopkins Central, Lady Storm softball field. Coming here to bat in the bottom of the second for the Lady Tigers will be Jamie Burke, followed by Peyton Young, Carly Renison, and if anybody gets on, Haley Stiles. Numbers 6, 7, 8, and 9 hitters for the Lady Tigers. Crittenden County working the ball around on defense. Moss with her pitch, throw down to second, and we're just about ready for softball action.
Leading off,
Coach Choate giving some instructions to Jamie Burke. Jamie goes back to talk to the on-deck hitter.
Well, the way that Katie Franklin is pitching tonight, you would think if we could put a couple runs on the board, you'd like answers at least at this point.
Yes. And the first pitch from Moss is now on the way, and foul back here to the screen for strike one. No balls, one strike to count to Jamie Burke. Jamie playing first base today for the Lady Tigers. We're in the bottom of the second here. Crittenden leading 1-0. The next pitch into Jamie is swung on and missed for strike two. No balls, two strikes to count. The next pitch in is a ground ball to the second baseman. She's up. Throw to first is scooped over there by the first baseman and out. Low throw, but scooped by the first baseman for the first out.
Tigers, shortstop, number 5, Young.
Into the box now is the shortstop hitting number 7 today, Peyton Young. Peyton trying to get something going here for the Lady Tigers, the bottom of the second. Moss, first pitch in, is on the outside corner for a call, strike one.
Moss isn't looking too bad either, really. She uses that off-speed pitch pretty effectively, Bob.
It has a little break on it.
Yes.
Next pitch in, ground ball back to Moss, over to first, in time for the out. Play goes 1-3 for the second out.
Doesn't throw nearly as hard as Franklin does,
No.
but has been effective, I think, with the movement around the plate.
Right. The other thing you'll see tonight, I think, Ty, is once we go around the lineup once,
Yes.
having not seen her or hit against her all year, maybe we'll make adjustments. First pitch in to Carly Renison is low for ball one. We've put the ball in play several times tonight.
Yes.
And the 1-0 pitch is a little tap to the second baseman. She boots it and cannot make the play, and Carly Renison will reach on the error by the second baseman.
For the Lady Tigers, third baseman, number 15, Stiles.
Batting number 9 and into the box right now is Haley Stiles.
Maybe Haley can get something going here.
First pitch into her is a little ground ball to the third baseman. Over the first, in time for the out to retire the side. Play goes 5-3 for the third out. And for the Lady Tigers here in the bottom of the second, no runs on no hits, one Lady Tiger left on base. And at the end of 2 complete innings of play, it's Crittenden County 1, Caldwell County 0.
All
Caldwell Medical Center Sleep Lab offers diagnosis for a variety of sleep problems, including sleep apnea. 1 in every 5 Americans has significant sleep difficulties, which, when diagnosed properly, can be successfully treated. A few symptoms of sleep disorders include fatigue, morning headaches, impotence, frequent urination, irritability, memory loss, high blood pressure, and loud snoring. If you have some of these symptoms, we may be able to help you identify and treat them before they cause more serious health conditions. Caldwell Medical Center offers studies in lab and in your home depending on your insurance company's requirements. Call 270-365-0300 for more information.
And welcome back to Hopkins County Central as the Crittenden County Lady Rockets lead the Caldwell County Lady Tigers 1-0 as we go into the top of the third inning. And let's go down our blue sponsors here, Bob. Some of them: Hancock's Neighborhood Market on Commerce Street in Katie's, delicious homemade goodness, Cozy Living Furniture and Boutique, Wallace Towing and Recovery, and Capital Cinemas. Now Bob Hayes with the call.
And leading off for the top of the third for the Lady Rockets, Brandy Book. First pitch into her is swung on and missed for strike 1.
Straight swing. Level.
Katie Franklin so far with 5 strikeouts here for the Lady Tigers. The 0-1 pitch is on the way, and it's a ground ball. Shortstop Peyton Young up over to first in time for the out.
Nice play there by Peyton. She scooped up a few in the Webster County game. Really good defense behind Katie that day, and it continues tonight. We need it.
You got to play. You almost have to have errorless ball.
Oh, no, there's no doubt about it. And obviously, they've got to run on the board because.
First pitch into the leadoff batter, Ashlyn Hicks, is low outside for ball 1. First time up, Ashlyn Hicks was hit by the first pitch of the game. Now she bunts, and it's going to go foul for strike 1.
And I'm sure Crittenden County would love nothing more than to get a win against these Lady Tigers from the All-A semifinal.
And on that particular play, we had a bunt lay down, had some reverse spin on it. It's going to spin out of the baseline. And Emma Staples made an acrobatic move. And
to jump right over it. That's right.
Fair territory. Next pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2.
It'd been a different story if it had hit her in fair territory, wouldn't it?
It would have been a fair ball.
That's exactly right.
And no play because she was out of torque, if you will. Next pitch in is foul back here to the screen. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. And I'd say Staples at third. It's Haley Stiles at third.
Yeah.
Staples is in center field.
She's.
Next pitch in to Hicks is low outside for ball 2. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out here for the Lady Rockets in the top of the third.
Next pitch
in from Katie is looped into the left field, and
great diving catch.
The right fielder, the left fielder, Emma Staples, in center field. I'll get this lineup. Carly Rennes is in center field. Nice diving catch out there.
Very nice diving
Emma
catch.
Staples.
She's picking right back off where she did in the Webster County game. But as we talk about this over and over, Bob, it takes good, solid, fundamental defense to play this game.
And the next hitter, Jada Hayes, loops one into right field over the first baseman's head. Gets down for a single, her second hit of the night. She has both or all of the Lady Rocket hits tonight. Runner at first base, 2 outs, and into bat is Mattia Long. She was a strikeout victim her first time up. 2 outs here for the Lady Rockets.
Lady Rockets swinging the bat pretty well tonight, Bob.
Dumping them here, there, and yonder. Nothing solid yet. And that's what we'll see all night long, or little dinks, and so we got to really be on our toes. First pitch into Long is high. Next pitch on the way is inside for ball 2.
Franklin wanted that inside pitch. She gave it an extra look in there and was hoping to get a call, but she didn't get it.
2 balls and no strikes to count to Mateo Long. Runner at first base is Jada Hayes, and the next pitch on the way from Franklin is high for ball 3.
Hayes laid off that one. It was high.
2 outs here for the Lady Rockets, trying to mount something with 2 outs.
Swing, let her swing. Let her hit.
3 balls and no strikes. Franklin on the rubber and to the plate.
Wow.
Down central for a call, strike 1. 3 balls and 1 strike as Franklin attempts to battle her way back from a 3-0 count. On the rubber now and to the plate.
There's
low for ball 4.
Well, there's a 2-out walk.
And runners now at first and second for the Lady Rockets. And into the box is the catcher, Ellie Smith. She was a strikeout victim her first time up. First pitch from Franklin is little dink in the left field. It's going to get down. Crittenden County with their second run of the game here. On a little dink in the left field by Ellie Smith.
Well, you know, we were talking about that, Bob. Those little dinks, if they hit it where you ain't, they'll hurt you.
That's right. You don't have to smash it to get it to go down, and you know that's what you have to do when you have an outstanding pitcher on the mound. Is they just get a little bit too much on it. We're not in position to defend it.
Right over Haley Stiles' head at third base.
Exactly.
Lady Rockets, third baseman, number 10, Hicks.
Runners now again at first and second for Crittenden County. Crittenden County with a 2-0 lead over the Lady Tigers. Hitting will be the third baseman, Caitlin Hicks, and she flies out to Emma Staples in left field, her first time up. The first pitch from Franklin is foul ball off the catcher's mitt. Strike 1 to Caitlin Hicks.
Nice crowd on both sides for the Rockets and the Tigers tonight.
Absolutely no wind here.
No.
Next pitch popped up. The Peyton Young is under it, has it for the third out. But the Rockets do a little bit of damage here in the top of the third. They get 1 run on 2 hits. They leave 2 Lady Rockets on base. And at the end of 2 1/2 innings of play, Crittenden County 2, Caldwell County nothing.
Penny Rail Electric's annual meeting at the Western Kentucky State Fair is Tuesday, June 26th. Come prepared to laugh until your side splits as Penny Rail Electric presents Mike Snyder. Mike Snyder has entertained thousands at the Opry, but now he's coming to you at the Western Kentucky State Fairgrounds in Hopkinsville. Member families enter the fair free until 5:30. Get a chance to win cash prizes and a weekend away at the Opryland Hotel. Plus, entertainment from the Ridge Runners, giveaways, and the hilarious Mike Snyder. Penny Rail Electric Night at the Fair, Tuesday, June 26th.
And we're back here at Lady Storm Field, beginning the bottom of the third inning. Emma Staples, the leadoff hitter in the third inning, the leadoff hitter for the Lady Tigers. First time up, grounded out to the shortstop. The first pitch from Moss over the second baseman's head into right field.
Get him down! All right!
And Emma will reach on the base hit. Little sun coming out here, Ty, in the background.
Little sun, and just bear with us here. Sometimes our internet service is not very good. We get knocked off the air from time to time, so just hang with us.
We do
it's a tough place.
Yes, it's a challenge
to do a ball game. It is.
Runner at first base. The first pitch in to Katie Franklin is low for ball 1. Emma Staples, a runner at first. No outs here for the Lady Tigers. Franklin's first time up, she singled. The next pitch from Moss is tapped foul down the third base line. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Caldwell County with just their second hit leading off the 3rd inning. Runner at first base, Emma Staples. The next pitch swung on and fouled out of play here to the right by Katie Franklin. Katie now in the hole, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And new ball back to the mound. Moss on the rubber. And the next pitch from Franklin is low in the dirt for ball 2.
All right, Shelly.
And 2 strikes to count to Katie Franklin. And the 2-2 pitch on the way is popped into center field. The center fielder coming in under it, has it,
Got it.
for the out.
Ball second, Calvin.
Now batting for the Lady Tigers.
And stepping in the box is Mashi Glover. Mashi walked her first time up. 2 opportunities right now to get Lady Tigers on base, tie with Mashi and Maddie, both being able to swing a mean bat at times. Well, first pitch to Mashi is outside, working her consistently outside tonight.
And we need our bats to get going, but Moss throwing a pretty good game here, Bob. You know, Crittenden County's had a little bit of luck. You know, they've connected with the ball and it's
and put it where
somebody wasn't.
Hit them where they ain't.
You hit it where they. That's right.
Next pitch in is low to Mashi.
Lady Tigers, I think, have actually hit the ball harder, but it at somebody.
And Moss back on the rubber. The 2-0 pitch is a little changeup.
Now that was a nice pitch.
Yes, swung on and missed by Mashi.
She had Mashi crossed up and fooled on that one.
Out in front.
Yes.
2 balls and 1 strike to count to Mashi. Moss to the plate and lofted into right field. The right fielder coming hard and can't make the play. And the Lady Tigers are on their way to second and third base. And I think I'm going to give Mashi a hit on that. The Lady Rocket had to die for that.
Boy,
one.
she did. That was, you know,
when she hit the ground, the ball came out of her glove.
You got to give that right fielder credit. She was there, but boy, that's a tough play.
Tigers, the right
Yes.
fielder, number 33.
A lot of times you'll get under it, and it'll hit the ground, it'll pop right out. So
Runners at second and third for the Lady Tigers, and Maddie showed. Maddie reached on her first pitch to her is to the shortstop. The throw to first is not in time.
2 runs.
2 runs have come across the plate for the Lady Tigers, and this thing is tied here.
And that's just what the doctor ordered there.
Maddie beat that ball out. Little tap up the middle, got past Moss, the shortstop gloved it, but could not make a play, and Maddie has picked up 2 RBIs here.
You know, you want that for your cleanup hitter. When you have people on, you know, you think, well, they're a long ball hitter, but boy, base hit does just as much damage.
First pitch in to Allie Felker is a ball high. Throw down to first is not in time. The Lady Tigers with a key base hit from Maddie Schote have tied this thing now 2-2. Bottom of the third. Next pitch in is outside for ball 2. First time up, Allie was a strikeout victim. And as I say, once you see the pitcher one time around, you're better able to know what's coming the next time. The 2-0 pitch is high for ball 3. 3-0. Crittenden County threatening to load the bases here. Excuse me, they have runners at first and second. Runner at first, Maddie Schote, and the next pitch into Allie is wide for ball 4.
Now batting for the Lady Tigers, first baseman, number 6, Burke.
And Jamie Burke will step into the plate here with runners at first and second for the Lady Tigers. Jamie talking to Coach Schote. Only 1 out here for the Lady Tigers.
Coach Schote conferring with the home plate umpire here.
Yes, and we're not, the umpire's making a change.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to get a courtesy runner. Yep. That's number 2 for Maddie Schote. 2 for 3.
Entering the game for
And the courtesy runner is Emily Kirk.
Emily Kirk.
Courtesy running for Maddie Schote at second. And the umpire gets that written down in his book. Putting his mask back on. Now we're about ready for action.
Coach Schote, I think, wanting a little bit more speed out there on the pads.
Speed kills,
It does.
First pitch into Jamie is a little outside, but Jamie had a rip at it and missed for strike 1. First and second occupied by Lady Tigers. The 1 pitch on the way is ripped into left field over the third baseman's head. Coming in to score is Allie Kirk. Jamie Burke with an RBI here in the bottom of the third.
You can't argue with that move, Coach Schote, because a little bit slower runner could have possibly been tagged there.
Would have been tagged,
yeah.
Yes.
So
Jamie Burke ends up at second, along with Allie Felker at third. So Lady Tigers with 2 runners in scoring position. A little dink in the center field. It's going to drop.
There are the bats coming alive.
And coming in to score is Allie Felker on that. Caldwell County now plating 4 runs here so far in the bottom of the third. RBI single by Peyton Young. And the first pitch, there goes Peyton down to second base, no throw.
24, Renison.
Carly Renison batting. First pitch to her was high, but they don't have it on the scoreboard yet. Next pitch in is outside for ball 2.
Again, if those of you can hear the audio and watching the stream, we're struggling a bit with our internet service here. We apologize. We're doing the best we can, but it's just doesn't want to cooperate much with us.
Swung on by Carly and popped out of play here behind us.
Not much we can do
1.
except
Grant and Barrett.
Yeah. But I know there's several folks out there watching, and
we hope listening.
Yeah.
Next pitch into Renison is a little bit low for ball 3. Count now to her is 3 balls and 1 strike. The Lady Tigers have struck for 4 runs here. Runners at second, third, only 1 out. The next pitch into Renison is lofted to the center fielder. She's under it, has it. The throw into the plate will be not in time. And Renison has delivered a sacrifice fly here for the Lady Tigers.
That's puts the lead for the Lady Tigers at 5-2, Bob.
5 runs in so far here for the Lady Tigers on the bottom of the third.
Number 15, Stiles.
And Haley Stiles, the 9th lady to come to bat here in the inning, is in the box. Moss on the rubber. Her first pitch in is high for ball 1. Key hit in this inning so far has been the 2-run single by Maddie Schote, followed by a single by Jamie Burke, single by Peyton Young, and a sacrifice fly by Carly Renison. And lofted down the first baseline. Fielders giving chase. No avail. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike to Haley Stiles. On deck is Emmett Staples. Lady Tigers have batted around here in the bottom of the third. The next pitch from Moss is a ground ball to third baseman. She's up over to first in time for the out. Play goes 5-3 for the third out. But the Tigers do some damage here in the bottom of the third. They score 5 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. They leave 1 lady on base. And at the end of 3 complete innings of play, it's Caldwell County 5, Crittenden County 2.
Princeton, Katie's, Madisonville, and Murray. Right now, Fortner Gas is offering specials on propane. Fortner Gas offers Holland and Napoleon grills, Dixie choppers, and they also have Red Max weed eaters. Contact Fortner Gas Company today for all of your residential, commercial, and agriculture propane needs. Fortner Gas Company, a family tradition of service since 1951.
And welcome back here to Morton's Gap, Kentucky, and the home softball field of the Hopkins County Central Lady Storm. Caldwell County coming to life here in the bottom of the third inning and put 5 runs on the scoreboard and now lead after 3 innings of play, 5-2.
Leading off the top of the fourth for the Lady Rockets, left fielder number 34, Emmy Smith.
Chase I am. Bring it down.
And leading off for the Lady Rockets here in the top of the fourth is left fielder Emmy Smith. We got time.
Looks like it might be a mask on a player.
And Carly Renison is the center fielder for the Lady Tigers, and she's either getting another mask or...
Looks like it'd be a strap issue on a mask or something. Of course, there she is. Yeah. She's got another one out here.
And that's one thing we've noticed. All these ladies, except the right fielder and the left fielder, are not wearing masks. The center fielder is wearing a mask, and all the infielders. So leading it off here for Crittenden County, Emmy Smith, Franklin on the rubber and to the plate. Swung on and missed for strike one. And the next pitch on the way is high for ball one.
Man, Franklin is bringing it.
Got a little heat coming. Katie has walked one batter tonight, has struck out 5 in 3 innings of play. Her next pitch in is a little bit outside for ball two. A little sting to it, but just barely missed. 2 balls, 1 strike to count to leadoff hitter here, Emmy Smith. Emmy struck out her first time. Swung on and missed on the next pitch.
Took a little off on that one. Pulled the string just a little bit.
You have a little change. It generally becomes effective.
Yeah.
2-2 the count to Emmy Smith. Franklin to the plate and popped. Jamie Burke giving chase to it at the first base dugout and has it for the first out.
Nice play. She got a little close to the fence of the dugout over there and maintained her concentration.
Yeah, did not panic.
No, and made a nice play there.
Another ball coming off the bat with a dink thud.
Yeah, exactly. And, you know, not taken away from the Crittenden County hitters tonight, but
Franklin is on her game.
She really is, and you know they've almost not check swinged it, but they've taken some swings and just
can't get a hold. Yeah, not get the majority piece of the ball.
Right.
And the first pitch in to Chandler Moss is swung on and missed for strike one. The next pitch from Katie is high and outside, and so going to get that, and you just have to protect and be ready to bolt in any direction.
Well, hopefully here we're through some of those lucky shots, and
next pitch in is swung on and missed.
Like I said, you got to like the way Franklin is pitching tonight.
She's dealing, as we say.
Yes.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count. 1 out here so far in the top of the fourth. The next pitch in is working her outside. The ball stays too far out. For ball 2, count now 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 out here. Lady Tigers up 5-2. We're in the top of the fourth. Game moving pretty promptly, Ty.
It is.
Pitch is popped. Going to get back to the screen for foul ball. Count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes. And we do see a little bit more blue sky. And
yeah, I think we were watching a little bit of shower activity up to our north. It looks like it's dissipated, and we'll be free to play tonight.
And another foul to the right side. Jamie Burke over again.
Nice play.
And has this one. Second foul out to the right side here.
You know, even though they're not in fair territory, those are outs. They count. And those are important as any out that you get. And
you know, you don't have to strike out everybody.
It keeps them,
put the ball in play, let our fielders work. And,
that's right.
We're working well defensively.
It keeps them from swinging.
Ground ball back to the pitcher. Franklin over to first. Cali Champion bounding out on the first pitch. Play goes 1-3. Crittenden County Lady Rockets down here in the top of the fourth. 1-2-3. No runs on no hits. Nobody left on base. And at the end of 3 1/2 innings of play, Caldwell County 5, Crittenden County 2.
In Princeton. We have served the small business owners of this area for over 100 years. Do you have trouble understanding liability or workers' comp insurance? Are your insurance premiums spiraling out of control? Whether you're a furniture store on Main Street, a plumber or electrician, bank or car dealer, we have a policy for you. We are the business insurance experts. Give me a call at 365-5541. You'll be glad you did.
And we're back here to Lady Storm Field. Crittenden County having just been retired 1-2-3 in the top of the fourth. Caldwell County coming to bat here in the bottom of the fourth will bring around their leadoff hitter again, Emma Staples. The Lady Tigers batted around in that 5-run third inning.
And we got the Elvis going. Bob, want to mention our gold sponsors for this evening: Fortner Gas Company, KFC A&W, the Woodall Agency, La Potosina Mexican Restaurant, Morgan's Funeral Home, and McGregor Group Heating and Air. Thank you so much for sponsoring.
And coming to bat here, Emma Staples. Emma is grounded out to the shortstop, singled her last time. Officially 1 for 2 today. And Moss is in the circle on the rubber now. Staples in the box, and the first pitch in is in there for a call, strike one. Ball had a little heat on it, Ty.
It did.
I think her fastest pitch of the day from what I've been able to ascertain.
Moss digging down deep.
The 0-1 pitch is ripped into left field, and it's going to get down for a base hit. Emma Staples with her second hit of the day.
I tell you, she's been on fire lately.
Now batting for the Lady Tigers, the pitcher,
and these bats maybe start to come alive right at the right time here.
A good sign for sure. Katie Franklin has bounded out, reached on a fielder's choice.
Of course, a pitcher's duel, the win over Webster County.
Foul, first pitch is fouled out of play. Katie actually singled her first time up and flied out to the center fielder her second time. She's 1 for 2 today. And the 0-1 pitch is in there for a call, strike 2.
That one got floated up there.
No balls and 2 strikes to Katie. Katie has to protect the plate here. And Moss looking down at her wristband. The 0-2 pitch is grounded, popped into right field. Is going to get over the right fielder's head and roll the fence.
That one.
Lady Tigers coming around. So here comes Staples, and she will score. And Katie Franklin will end up at second base with a double.
Well, Katie helping herself.
Her first RBI of the day, and scoring all the way from first base on that was Emma Staples.
And we got a courtesy runner, number 14 there at second base for Katie.
14 is Nicole Cravens.
All right.
Like to get all these young ladies' names on the radio.
Yes.
So at second base is Nicole Cravens, and stepping in the box now is catcher Mashi Glover. Mashi has walked and singled. She's 1 for 1 today officially. And the first pitch to her is ripped into the hole.
Oh, that's a rope.
And off the left fielder's leg, and we got Nicole Craven scoring, and Mashi going into second. And I'm going to be generous and give her a double on that. That was a smash off the left fielder's leg.
That was a smash.
Noel County picking up in the fourth inning where they left off in the third inning. 2 runs in so far here. Maddie showed batting, and the first pitch to her is low for ball 1. And the 1-ball, no strike pitch is forthcoming, and it is swung on and missed for strike 1. Count evens to Maddie Schode at 1 ball and 1 strike. Caldwell County with 2 runs in here in the bottom of the 5th, now leads 7-2. Next pitch in is a ground ball foul down the third base line. Maddie now in the hole, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The runner at second base is Mashi Glover. And just given a hair breadth of anything, Mashi will be around the score.
That's exactly right. Nobody out yet either, Bob.
That's right. No outs here so far. The 4th lady to bat. The next pitch to Mashi is missed outside for ball 2. Mashi able to lay off that outside pitch. We've seen her.
Yeah, Maddie's working the plate good.
Yes.
She's working the count. 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Maddie. No outs. Mashi at second. And the next pitch is ripped into over the left fielder has it. Catches it and a throw back to second. So they're going to double up Mashi Glover.
Well,
Maddie lined out to the left fielder.
That ball was smashed, and I think Mashi probably did the right thing, thinking that thing was going to get.
Well, it looked like it was going to get.
Yeah, it really did. Yeah.
You really can't fault that.
No, you
one
can't.
Of the things that happens. The Lady Rockets turn a double play and maybe have helped themselves out immensely here.
Yes.
Into the box is Allie Felker. First pitch to her, ground ball to third base. Over to first is in time for the. Play goes 5-3. But the Lady Tigers strike again here in the bottom of the 4th on 2 runs on 3 hits. Nobody left on base, and at the end of 4 complete innings of play, Caldwell County 7, Crittenden County 2.
KFC sandwiches. So here's 3 totally different colonels to sing you a song about them. Georgia Gold, honey mustard and crispy, natural hot and spicy and crispy. Smoky Mountain barbecue, it's smoky, sweet and crispy. Thank you, different colonels, for sharing good news. I swear that wasn't me in no elaborate ruse. I wanted 3 new sandwiches from KFC for just $4.99 with wedges and a drink.
And participation today. Tax and substitutions extra.
And welcome back to Hopkins County Central, where the Caldwell County Lady Tigers lead the Crittenden County Lady Rockets 7-2. Thank you to our Tiger sponsors for bringing the broadcast to you tonight. That would be Caldwell Medical Center, Farmers Bank and Trust Company, 2 locations. And in Princeton, Echo Charlie's at Eddie Creek Marina, McDonald's, First Southern National Bank, the Princeton Electric Plant Board, Fredonia Valley Bank, Pennywell Electric, Planters Bank, and Trice Hughes Incorporated. And back to action now with Bob Hayes with the call on the Tiger.
Thank you, Ty. Leading off the 5th inning for the Lady Rockets here will be their number 9 hitter, Brandy Book, followed by the number 1 and 2 hitters in the lineup, Ashlyn Hicks and Jada Hayes. Franklin is ready. Her first pitch swung on a miss for strike 1. Count, no balls and 1 strike to Brandy Book. The next pitch in, swung on a miss for strike 2.
Nice pitch. She worked the inside part of the plate that time, kind of had her jammed up there.
And tied up. That would have been a swinging bunt.
Exactly.
No balls and 2 strikes. The next pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. Throw down to first base is in time.
That's Katie's 7th strikeout?
Let's see here. She didn't have any. That's her 6th strikeout.
6th strikeout.
She went the 3rd inning and the 4th inning without a strikeout. Now, leading off the 5th inning here, gets her first one here in 3 innings. And in the box is Ashlyn Hicks. The first pitch to her is high outside for ball 1. Katie with only 1 walk here so far and 1 hit batsman. And the next pitch into Ashlyn is foul down the third base line for strike 1, count now 1 ball and 1 strike.
Is that your wallet?
It probably is.
Yep.
Did it feel heavy, Ty?
Of course it did. It's your wallet. It's heavier than mine, I can tell you that.
I still got some of my first communion money in there.
Oh, well, that's good. Well, I don't doubt that a bit.
And the next pitch is swung on and foul back here to the screen. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The count to Ashlyn Hicks. And the next pitch in is a little high for ball 2.
Ashlyn doing a good job at the plate.
Yes, really patient on that. Did not go. Pitch looked good, but did not go. It was high.
Yep.
2-2 pitch. 1 out here in the top of the 5th. The next pitch in popped up. The second baseman going back under it and has it.
Nice play.
Yes. For the second out here, a little pop to the second baseman.
Now batting for the Lady Rockets, second baseman, number 3.
And handling that was Allie Felker for the second out here in the top of the 5th. And Jada Hayes. Jada's been Katie's nemesis today with a double and a single. The first pitch into her is in there for a call strike 1.
Let's see if Katie pitches are a little different than she has been. It seems like Katie's been bringing that fastball. She started off with something off speed.
And the next pitch is popped up out of play here behind us.
And she's gotten ahead of her real quick here, Bob.
0-2 the count to Jada. And probably a little bit of 1 ball she can work on it with, maybe taking a little bit off. The 0-2 pitch on is fly ball into left field. The left fielder is there and has it. Emma Staples puts it away for the 3rd out here. First time Jada Hayes has been retired tonight for the Lady Rockets. So at the end, in the bottom, top of the 5th, the Lady Rockets get no runs on no hits, nobody left on base. And at the end, 4 1/2 innings of play, Caldwell County 7, Crittenden County 2.
Fraud, Farmers Banking Trust can help lessen your risk of getting taken advantage of. As our customer, you have exclusive access to a security feature in our app that will allow you to turn your debit card off while you're not using it, then turn it on instantly when you need to use it. Keep your information safe. Log into our free app to use this feature, increasing the security of your information right now. Not a Farmers Bank customer? Come down. Let us set up your account and start protecting you from potential fraud opportunities. This is not a guarantee that your information will not be compromised. This is an increased security measure. Farmers Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
And back here at Hopkins County Central, where the Caldwell County Lady Tigers lead the Crittenden County Lady Rockets 7-2 as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Thanks again to some of our blue sponsors, Capital Cinemas, Adams Breezy Hill Farm, Callie's Play and Bounce House, and Ediville Mall, Jeff Rousseau, Attorney at Law, Dunk's Used Tires and Wheels, Taco John's, Herb Hayes Furniture, ABC Finance, Princeton Drug Company, and Bashir Sawmill. And Bob,
we think we have a replacement for Crittenden County,
yes,
but we have a hard time. We think it's 16 for 35, 35 being Mateo Long in right field, and we'll see if we can pick up if 16 heads to
off the bottom of the 5th,
right field. And
first baseman, number 6, Burke.
And I almost believe that could be.
We've got a new pitcher as well, Bob.
Oh,
Moss is out. She's over at third base.
Wonder if they swapped third.
They probably swapped that 16 for 35.
We'll try to get that number here. First pitch in to Jamie
That's number
Burke
10 on the mound.
Number 10 on the mound?
Yes.
number 10 would be Caitlin Hicks, the third baseman. So now she's the pitcher.
I think she switched with Moss.
Yes. And so Moss will pitch 4 innings today. 2-0 the count. The next pitch in to Jamie Burke is low for ball 3. Chandler Moss now playing third base. The next pitch to Jamie, fouled out of the play over here to the right side. Count now 3 balls and 1 strike. Or 2-2, the umpire, the board has it.
Yeah.
And the next one is high. Apparently it was only 2 balls. Now the count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, the count to Jamie Burke. And the next pitch is a little dribble down the first base line, picked up by the first baseman and steps on the base. 3 unassisted.
Jamie hustled down through there.
Shortstop, number 5. Young.
Made it interesting.
Well, that ball could be squibbing.
Exactly.
It could squib out of your glove pretty easily. Peyton Young into the box now for the Lady Tigers. Lady Tigers leading here in the bottom of the 5th, 7-2. 1 out here for the Lady Tigers. And the first pitch in, Peyton is way inside for ball 1. Peyton has bounced back to the pitcher and singled. 1 for 2 officially today. Next pitch to her is a little pop to the short, and she's got it for the second out. And stepping into the box now, the number 8 hitter for the Lady Tigers, Carly Renison. Carly has reached on an error and hit a sacrifice fly. Her last time at bat in that 5-run 3rd inning. First pitch into her is a little change up in there for a call, strike 1. 2 outs here for the Lady Tigers, bottom 5. And the next pitch on the way to Carly is high and tight for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. And the next pitch on the way is looped in the right field. It's going to get down for a single for Carly Renison.
Now batting for the Lady Tigers, third baseman, number 15, Styles.
And with a runner at first base in the person of Carly Renison, the number 9 hitter in the lineup, Haley Styles steps into the box. She has bounced out twice to the third baseman today. First pitch is back to the pitcher. Pitcher over to the first baseman for the 3rd out. 1-3 for the 3rd out. And for the Lady Tigers here in the bottom of the 5th. They get no runs on 1 hit, nobody left on base. And at the end of 5 complete innings of play, Caldwell County 7, Crittenden County 2.
This is Jeff Russo, attorney at law. Gloria, Morgan, and I want to first thank our families, friends, and clients for your continued support of our business. Warmer weather is here, and many of you will be making improvements around your home. If you're planning on taking out a home equity loan or line of credit to fund your project, tell your lender you'd like to use our office to handle the title examination and other services required for the transaction. Our competitive pricing and quick turnaround time will make the process even easier for you. We're located at 100 East Court Square in downtown Princeton. Give us a call today at 365-2763.
This is an advertisement.
All right, we are back here. Got a couple more blue sponsors to mention. We've got Jeff's Lawn Service and Big John's Barbecue as well came on to be a blue sponsor, and we certainly appreciate those coming on board and sponsoring here toward the end of the season, but it's going to be lots of fun if we have that championship game tomorrow. Lady Tigers on their way, leading Crittenden County Lady Rockets 7-2. Now back to Bob Hayes with more action.
We're here and getting late for Crittenden County. Top of the 6th, and stepping in the box is Matea Long. The first pitch to her is in there for a call, strike 1, leading off the top of the 6th. Long has struck out and walked today, officially 0 for 1. Next pitch is a line drive caught by Jamie Burke at first base for the first out.
Good heads-up play by Jamie.
Yes.
Number 20, Smith.
This is the top of the sixth, isn't it?
Top of the sixth.
Yeah. Haven't changed the scoreboard yet, Bob, so I was just wanting to make sure. There it is. I got it.
And into the box now for Crittenden County is Ellie Smith.
Nice floater up there.
Yes, and swung on and missed for strike one. The 0-1 pitch on the way from Katie is high for ball one.
Katie popping the mitt still, and it's got that determined look on her face, and that's one, if you're an opposing hitter, you don't like to see.
And the next pitch, breaking a little bit outside for ball two. And the 2-ball, 1-strike pitch about the 8 is in there for a call, strike two. Count 2 balls and 2 strikes to Ellie Smith.
Just heard a score from the second region baseball tournament where Crittenden County ahead of Union County 3-1 in the bottom of the fourth.
And the next pitch in is swung on and missed for strike 3. 2 outs here for the Lady Rockets in the top of the 6th inning.
Lady Rockets running out of outs, Bob.
Yes. First pitch swinging is Caitlin Hicks and hits it out of play here behind us for strike one. The Lady Rockets down to their final 4 outs here.
Remind everybody the championship game at 1 p.m. tomorrow. Winner of this game will take on Crittenden County.
And the next pitch from Katie is in there on the outside corner for a call, strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes to count to Ellie Smith. Excuse me, Caitlin. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed for strike 3. And the Lady Rockets go quietly here in the top of the 6th. No runs on no hits, nobody left on base. And at the end of 5 1/2 innings of play, it's Caldwell County 7, Crittenden County 2.
All things activity. Hi, this is Pam Haverlock at Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique, and we feel you. For the month of June, we are offering 20% off all recliners and reclining furniture. Now that's the way to relax. To top it off, we're offering 10% off the entire store. Absolutely a great time to come and shop at Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique. We are also your local U-Haul dealer. Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique is located at 205 Northfield Drive, right next to the bowling alley. Cozy Living Interiors and Boutique is everything a home should be.
And we're back here at Lady Storm Field. Bottom of the 6th coming up for the Tigers. The Tigers will send, again, the top of the lineup to the plate. This will be the 4th time that Emma Staples has led off an inning for the Lady Tigers.
And she's been doing a fantastic job with that leading off the inning.
Emma is 2 out of 3 with 2 singles. Bottom 6 for the Tigers. Game is getting late.
Watching a big storm cell up between Seabury and Livermore. Looks like it's moving away from us, Bob, but you can kind of see it off in the distance.
Yes, it's not looking too threatening, but it's looking like something's going on somewhere. Like that.
Exactly.
And we're just about ready for action here. As Caitlin Hicks is on the rubber. Emma in the batter's box, and the first pitch on the way is low inside for ball 1. Lady Tigers with a 5-run 3rd and a 2-run 4th here to go up 7-2. Next pitch in is high for ball 2 to Emma Staples. Emma with a good eye at the plate, laid off of that one. The 2-0 pitch on the way is high for ball 3. On deck for the Lady Tigers will be Katie Franklin. And the next pitch is a little tap to the third baseman up to first in time for the out. Play goes 5-3 for the first out here in the bottom of the 6th.
Pitcher number 22, Franklin.
Katie Franklin stepping in the box. Katie has singled twice today and flied out to center field. Officially 2 out of 3 today. And the first pitch on the way to her is ground ball through the shortstop's legs into left field, and we'll have to give the shortstop an error on that.
Smashed out there, but right at her.
Like the old croquet, it went through the wickets.
Pitcher number 14, Nicole Craven. Now batting for the Lady Tigers, the catcher, number 1, Glover.
Nicole back in to run.
And we have the courtesy runner at first, and Mashi Glover, the number 3 hitter in the lineup, in the box. Mashi has singled and doubled and walked 2 for 2 officially. And the first pitch to her, swung on and missed, a vicious cut.
And a throw back down to first.
And
Craven's in just fine.
Yes, just you start throwing the ball around, Ty, you better make sure it gets caught. And the next pitch to Mashi, and there goes Nicole down to second base, and she's in there, a stolen base. Catcher had a hard time handling that throw.
Well, what that does, too, we got 1 out, and we've got a runner that can run, that's got a little speed, so we get a little bit more insurance for the base hit.
Yes, anything that's into the outfield base hit wise will score her. Time called by the home plate umpire.
I was hoping he did not hear thunder.
Oh, goodness gracious, don't mention that word. I have the count at 1-1. The next pitch is bunted foul. Mashi with great speed trying to beat that one out. Have to count 1 ball and 2 strikes. And that's what it is from the umpire showing it right in front of me. And we're right behind home plate. Next pitch is way back here to the screen. There goes Cravens down to third, and no throw on the wild pitch.
Well, here's a tremendous opportunity here for the Lady Tigers to put on just a little insurance as we head into the late innings here.
2 balls and 2 strikes to count. The next pitch is a ball 3 way high. On deck is Maddie Schote. Maddie with a 2-run single back in the decisive 3rd inning when we struck for 5 runs. The next pitch to Mashi is in the dirt, low for ball 4.
Coach Schote down there at third base.
There goes
Mashi to second.
Mashi trying to reach second on the maybe indecision by Crittenden County, and she is thrown out.
Well, that was interesting.
The Lady Tigers, right fielder number 33, Schote.
Kind of had everybody here in the park surprised. I mean, that's something we didn't even.
Well, that's something Mashi will do. She'll take chances fearless. And Maddie Schote swinging a long fly ball to left field. The left fielder is back, has it, and that will retire the side here. And in the bottom of the 6th inning, the Lady Tigers get no runs on no hits. They leave nobody on base. And at the end of 6 complete innings of play, it's Caldwell County 7, Crittenden County 2.
At Morgan's Funeral Home, we want you to know the benefits of prearranged funeral services. The benefits of prearranged funeral planning can best be explained by the people that know the most about final expenses. At Morgan's Funeral Home, we have years of experience helping people just like you make plans for their final arrangements. Morgan's Funeral Home, serving families for over 100 years.
And we're back here entering the final inning here in the top of the seventh. Caldwell County with a 7-2 lead here in the seventh inning. And for Crittenden County here in the top of the seventh, they'll bring their 6, 7, and 8 hitters up. Jimmy Smith will be leading it off. And Emmy so far today is fouled out to the first baseman, struck out. First pitch swinging to right field. The right fielder has it for the first out. One pitch, one out.
Lady Tigers starting to smell a trip to the championship.
The Lady Tigers 2 outs away from a semifinal win here in the right to meet Christian County in the second region final, which will be played tomorrow. In the box is Chandler Moss. The first pitch to her is swung on and missed for strike one. Franklin with 5, 6, 8 strikeouts so far today.
Wow.
Next pitch is fouled out of play to the right side here by Moss. Moss in the hole. No balls and 2 strikes. And ball back to the mound. Katie to the plate. Popped up, and Jamie Burke is under it at first base and has it in foul territory for the second out.
Lady Tigers now 1 out away, Bob, for a trip to face Christian County in the championship game tomorrow.
2 outs here in the top of the seventh. And the final hope here for the Lady Rockets of Crittenden County is Callie champion. Callie has struck out and bounded back to the pitcher her last time, 0 for 2 officially. Katie on the rubber and her first pitch to the plate, foul back here to the screen over our heads for strike one. No balls, 1 strike, the count 2. Callie champion on deck will be the number 9 hitter for the Lady Rockets, Brandy Book. One pitch on the way is a little pop. Mashi Glover has it for the third out. And the Lady Tigers have done it here in Morton's Gap, Kentucky, having won the semifinal game and a chance to play for the regional championship tomorrow here at Lady Storm Field. For the Lady Rockets here in the top of the 7th inning, they get no runs on no hits, nobody left on base. And your final score here in Morton's Gap is Caldwell County 7, Crittenden County 2, and we'll be back with a little wrap up here after these messages from our sponsors.
The Echo Charlie's at Eddy Creek Marina. Ready to serve you breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Echo Charlie's is the perfect place for a delicious meal with a great atmosphere. This Friday special is a T-bone steak. Saturday, shrimp, scampi skewers. And at 6 o'clock, enjoy the sound of the Joel Brown Band. And on Sunday, try the cod fish basket. Come on down to Echo Charlie's, located at Lake Barkley, Eddy Creek Marina. Telephone 270-388-2271.